Greetings, one and all. Grey4 here for a new year and a new game, kind of, with New Vegas from Fallout. This is a game that I've had a lot of fun with and have played many hours of. And I thought now would probably be a good time for me just to do a nice long playthrough of this and hopefully show to you the virtues of this game and why I love it so much. So, let us start a new game. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. I'm happy starting again. Let the intro play out.
War never changes. When atomic fire consumed the Earth, those who survived did so in great underground vaults. When they opened, their inhabitants set out across the ruins of the old world to build new societies, establishing villages, forming tribes. As decades passed, what had been the American Southwest united beneath the flag of the new California Republic, dedicated to old world values of democracy and the rule of law. As the Republic grew, so did its needs. Scouts spread east, seeking territory and wealth in the dry and merciless expanse of the Mojave Desert. They returned with tales of a city untouched by the warheads that had scorched the rest of the world, and a great wall spanning the Colorado River. The NCR mobilized its army and sent it east to occupy Hoover Dam and restore it to working condition. But across the Colorado, another society had arisen under a different flag. A vast army of slaves forged from the conquest of 86 tribes, Caesar's Legion. 4 years have passed since the Republic held the dam, just barely, against the Legion's onslaught. The Legion did not retreat. Across the river, it gathers strength. Campfires burn, training drums beat. Through it all, the New Vegas Strip has stayed open for business, under the control of its mysterious overseer, Mr. House, and his army of rehabilitated tribals and police robots. You are a courier, hired by the Mojave Express to deliver a package to the New Vegas Strip. What seemed like a simple delivery job has taken a turn for the worse.
You got what you were after, so pay up.
You're crying in the rain, Pally.
Guess who's waking up over here?
Time to cash out.
Will you get it over with?
Maybe cons kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a fink. Dig? You've made your last delivery, kid. Sorry you got twisted up in this scene. From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
And there we have it. A glorious intro to what I feel is a glorious game. So now, as we wait for it to load, I do have some of the DLC packs that came with this. So we will obviously be using some of the items from this.
You're awake. How about that?
How about that indeed? Ooh.
Whoa, easy there, easy. You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage is. How about your name? Can you tell me your name?
Yeah, my name is going to be Grateful because it's just easy enough to deal with.
I can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name. I'm Doc Mitchell. Welcome to Good Springs. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better tell me if I left anything out of place.
And here we use a fancy mirror.
How'd I do?
The Reflectron from Robco. So we will start out as a male. It's my personal preference, Caucasian. Caucasian will do fine. Mostly because it's very rare that we're actually going to have a look at ourselves. Presets will probably do fine, to be honest. I have a habit of spending quite a long time with customizations. Yeah, we'll go with the modern chops here. Actually, I might customize shape. Nope, tone. Oh, where is my option of changing that beard? I'm not a fan of the beard. Jaw. Cheeks, mouth. General, nope. Forehead, brows, eyes, nose. Nope, bizarrely I don't get a choice in terms of my beard. Oh no, the hair's the next one, that's why. There we go, facial hair. The survivalist. The rough beard. The goatee, because I'm evil. The gunslinger. The gentleman. The not quite the mutton stash that I had was soul patch. Old coat. Oh, old coot. Nah, let's go with... we'll go with the survivalist. The survivalist looks fine. There we go.
Well, I got most of it right anyway. Stuff that mattered. Okay. No sense keeping you in bed anymore. Let's see if we can get you on your feet.
Ooh, blurry vision.
Good. Why don't you walk down to the end of the room? Over by that vigor tester machine there. Take it slow now. It ain't a race.
I say, it ain't a race, but damn can I move fast.
You're looking good so far. Go ahead and give the vigor tester a try. We'll learn right quick if you get back all your
Absolutely. What I will actually do is have a quick look at my settings. Display. We will have put general subtitles on because apparently normally it would show what he's saying, but it's not doing that here. So let me. That should be fine. And continue. So to the vigor tester. Now, obviously you have the various different stats. Apparently I have to use that for. So we have strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, agility, and luck. Which, if you have played any of this Fallout games before, realise spell out the word special. So, what I am going to do, because it also as you can see here, affects my science, repair, medicine, and my skill points. This being the important one. Probably not that down. So I'll raise that fairly high. We'll go as far as 7. Charisma. Definitely want to be a cheery salesman. Agility will definitely be useful. And I am certainly a fan of luck. That will do.
Yeah, that's a pretty standard score there, but after what you've been through, I'd say that's great news. Well, we know your vitals are good.
Damn, I'm moving around like I'm on grease.
What do you say you take a seat in my couch and we go through a couple of questions? See if your dogs are still barking.
Don't seem to be wearing anything, apart from my boxers and the filthy shirt.
All right. I'm gonna say a word. I want you to say the first thing that comes to mind. Dog. House.
Let's see. Demolish, investment, target, renovate, burglarize, shelter.
Night. Bandit.
Swiss cheese.
Light. Mother.
Okay.
Okay. Now I got a few statements. I want you to tell me how much they sound like something you'd say. First one. Conflict just ain't in my nature.
For me, personally, no, it isn't.
I ain't given to relying on others for support.
No, but I will happily have people help me.
I'm always fixing to be the center of attention.
I somewhat agree to that one.
I'm slow to embrace
A
new ideas.
definite disagreement.
I charge in to deal with my problems head on.
I'm going to go with strongly agree.
Almost done here. What do you say you have a look at this? Tell me what you see.
Broken chain, chemical reaction, shadow in the doorway, an oozing wound, or an angry two-headed ant. Broken chain.
Okay. How about this one?
See, priceless work of art, a piece of Stone Age technology, a ship at sea. I'm too embarrassed to say what I'm seeing there. I'm going to go with that. It's two bears high-fiving. A light of the darkness, a bearded man, a mushroom cloud, a head on a pillow. I mean, I would probably say, I'm more likely to say the bearded man.
Well, that's all she wrote. I don't have nothing to compare it to, so maybe you'd better just have a look at the results. See if it all seems right to you.
And here's where we get to actually select the skills we want. So, I always like to go in for the lockpicking because that makes getting into things easier. I'm not a big fan of using melee weapons, so that kind of get rid of that one. I'll admit I'm not a big on the attack skills. I quite like using my out of thing skills, so obviously science, speech, and lockpicking. That obviously gets me access to various things. I know with certain other skills, obviously you'll have our different social interactions. So you might have somebody who has explosives, which we will come across, and they will respond better if you have a higher explosive skill check than you do things like a speech. So I press A for done.
Before I turn you loose, I need
Oh, you
one
do?
more thing from you. You got a form for you to fill out so I can get a sense of your medical history. Just a formality. Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history. of
Well,
any
there have been
shot.
stranger things. And now I get to choose up to 2 different traits. Right, so we have Build or Destroy. Flame burns twice as bright, but half as long. Claustrophobia. Fear in closed spaces. Produces the mutants that would live there. Gain +1 special attributes when outside, but suffer -1 when indoors. Early Bird. Enjoy a +2 to each of your special attributes from 6 AM to 12 PM, but suffer -1 from 6 PM to 6 AM when you're not at your best. Fast shots. Guns are quicker to fire, but less accurate. 4 eyes. I get increased perception with glasses, but not without. Proven good-natured at heart, more prone to solving problems with your mind than violence. You gain +5 to barter, medical, repair, science, and speech, but have -5 to energy weapons, explosive guns, melee, and unarmed. Heavy-handed. No. I know there's one. There we go. Skill points. You're skilled but not experienced. You gain +5 points to every skill, but you suffer -10 from experience gained from now on. That is fine, because that just means you might be slower to level up, but I get an extra 5 points to everything already. This one is going to be very particular. I do not want to use this one. So those of you who've watched Logan's Run will know that the story of that one goes that the people on this society only live to the age of 30. I think it's 30. At which point they go through a ritual ceremony and things, and they are killed. Turns out they can live a lot longer than that. I've just spoiled the film for you, but it's very old, so you know. Go watch it, you will enjoy it. This is one I have never tried. I feel like I really should at some point, but I don't want to do it on this playthrough. Which is Wild Wasteland, which, yeah, just throws a lot of weird scenarios into the game itself. I know, for instance, I think there's one where you find a fridge with a skeleton in it with a Indiana Jones hat. Definite nod to an Indiana Jones film there. Trigger discipline. Guns and energy weapons are slower to fire, but 20% more accurate, which is nice. 1 agility, but limbs are more easily crippled. Nope. Loose cannon. Less range. Kamikaze. Hot-blooded. Gain 25 pounds to my carrying capacity, but so with -1 to all attributes anytime the weight I'm carrying drops below 160. Well, as I like to carry lots of things, and I have a habit of doing so, I'm going to go with Hoarder on that one.
Alright, I guess that about does it. Come with me, I'll see you out.
Okay, Doc, let's go. But before we do, I'm going to loot. Stimpaks, anti-venom, Stimpaks, Radex, Stimpaks. Ooh, hello, there's a laser pistol in here. Well, I'm taking everything in there. Take the tiny bits because we can make things. Take make a brace. I need a repair skill of 25 or more. Science 25 or greater. Cool, I've made some drugs. That, I think, regenerates every so many days. So if we ever wanted to, we could come back, make some more drugs, then head on out again. And take the knife, take the buffalo gold seeds. You are empty. Ammunition crates. Sugar bombs, nothing like a nice box of cereal. Take those. Cram in some cram. Take all of that. I'm just grateful he's not getting pissy with me over the fact that I'm stealing his stuff. Cigarettes. I'm not a big cigarette fan, so we'll leave that. It's not there. Into the bathroom. We can leave the bathroom alone. We can leave the flour for now. Ooh, Nuka-Cola. Alright. I think that should be enough to get along with.
Here, these are yours. It was all you had on you when you was brought in. I hope you don't mind, but I gave the note a look. I thought it might help me find a next of kin. but it was just something about a
Platinum chip, you say?
Well, if you're heading back out there, you
Oh,
ought to
Pip-Boy
have
glove.
this. They call it a Pip-Boy. I grew up in one of them vaults they made before the war. We all got one. Ain't much use to me now, but you might want such a thing after what you've been through. I know what it's like having something taken from you. And put this on too, so the locals don't pick on you for lacking modesty. Never was much my style anyway.
Thanks for matching me up, Doc.
Don't mention it. It's what I'm here for. You should talk to Sunny Smiles before you leave town. She can help you learn to fend for yourself in the desert. She'll likely be at the saloon. I reckon some of the other folks at the saloon might be able to help you out too. And the metal fella, Victor, who pulled you out of your grave. Anyway, you ever get hurt out there, you come right back. I'll fix you up. But try not to
I'll
get killed
try.
anymore.
Hardcore mode. Now, this is definitely something I always steer away from because I'm a big wuss. So yeah, in this mode, stim packs heal over time, rather than sort of as a, there we go, it's healed. Can't mend broken limbs, which has always been very useful. Right away removes radiation again over time. Ammunition has weight, which means you have to be very careful as to what you're carrying. Dehydration is a constant concern. And you do need to sleep, as far as I know, which you don't really need to in here. So I am going to say no.
I expect you'll be wanting to go outside after being cooped up for so long, but if you have any questions, I'll answer what I can.
I need medical supplies, Doc. What do you have? I don't really have much on me, he says. He has quite a lot on him. So I'm going to look what armor I do have. Well, you can have that, and in place I will take all of those. You can have that. For the weapons. You can have those, because I don't like using those. Caravan shotgun. Let's see, anything else? Misk. Yeah, looks like I gotta hand some of those back. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, there we go.
Of course. You've been through a lot. Ain't much, but these'll do you right if the pain flares up.
Excellent. Another 3 stim packs. Right, I'll go with goodbye for now.
You take care now.
And, ooh, actually there's a point. As you said, we need to have a look at dealing with our modesty here. Weapons. Weapons fall under a weapon skill category that determines how effective the weapon is, be they guns, energy weapons, explosives, melee weapons, or unarmed. Obviously we've got the details as to which type they are. They'll have different skill stats, so we've got things like damage and DPS. Indicates their base damage and damage per second. Weapons with low damage have difficulty penetrating armor, so obviously high damage is great. Doesn't really mention much in terms of DPS though, pretty just in terms of how fast you can fire the damn things. Strength and skills. Many weapons will have a strength and or skill requirements, so things like obviously strength and energy weapon levels. If you don't meet the requirement for it, the aim will wobble if it's a firearm, or the attack will be slower if it's a hand-to-hand weapon. Condition will tell you how good a condition of the weapon it is. So obviously when it reaches a low enough level, you may find that it jams or just breaks entirely. And then the ability to repair and mod it. So you may come across different mods or the ability to repair items. There is a particular skill or perk that I'm wanting to pick up at some point that lets me repair things with similar items, not necessarily the exact item that it is, which makes repairing things much more beneficial for these sorts of things. So, apparel. Apparel can consist of many different types of gear, ranging from clothing and armor to sunglasses and hats. The DT is the damage threshold, determines the actual damage or threshold of what you can take. This applies to everything in total, including any perks from or any bonuses from perks and chems. Again, condition provides what it can. If it's below 50%, it can reduce the actual amount of protection it gives. Different types in light, medium, and heavy. Heavy items apparently will slow us down. And again, repair. Have the options to repair it with like for like, at least to begin with. So we've got that, which gives me +2 to melee weapons and +2 to speech. Which I will keep on for now. As obviously, it doesn't give us any damage reduction or at all. So that would be the better of the two, because that's... Nope, wrong button. Getting used to the game again. Right, and then we step out into Good Springs. Ooh, and because we've been inside for so long, bright sunlight. And because of the extra things that I've downloaded, we obviously get all the DLC in terms of the extra gameplay DLC. So, Old Red Blues, you've got a fragmented signal on your Pip-Boy, a coded transmission of some sort of sad jazzy undercurrent that makes your head hurt. As far as you can tell, it appears to be an invitation to the midnight science fiction feature at the Mojave Drive-In. Please arrive early to counter the trailers. Old Red Blues has been loaded. My level cap's now been increased by 5. There's also the reunion. Pip-Boy has received a signal, coordinates that lead to a canyon wreckage west of Prim. Following the coordinates are the words Courier 6, signed Ulysses. Again, increasing my cap by 5. Happy Trails, likewise. Pip-Boy's picked up a radio broadcast from the Happy Trails Caravan Company. They're looking for one more member for an expedition to Zion Valley. Again, increasing by 5. Ooh, there we go. And here we have our first NPC aside from Doc Mitchell.
Howdy, partner. Might I say you're looking fit as a fiddle?
And yeah, this is Victor, apparently the metal man that dug us out of our grave. So, Victor, thank you for saving me.
Don't mention it. I'm always ready to lend a helping hand to a stranger in need.
How did you find me?
I was out for a stroll that night when I heard the commotion up the old bone orchard. Saw what looked like a bunch of bad eggs, so I laid low. Once they'd run off, I dug you up to see if you were still kicking. Turns out you were, so I hauled you off to the dock right quick. Can't say that I'm familiar with the rascals. Some of the fine folks in town might be able to help you
I
out
can do
with
that. How the hell did you end up here?
I moseyed into town, 10, 15 years ago. Before that, I can't quite seem to recall. Odd. Anyway, it's a right peaceful town, and I reckon it's as fine a place to settle as any.
So, I'm not sure if you can see with the resolution you might have, but currently under here, where my cursor is a bit that says R&R Tool Company. We'll find that out later. I've never seen a robot like you before.
I'm a Securitron. Robco Security Model 2060B. If you ever see any of my brothers, tell them Victor says howdy.
Right.
Happy trails!
And you too. There we go. Gunrunner's Arsenal. The ongoing conflict of the Mojave Wasteland has kicked weapon manufacturing into high gear. All major and minor weapon dealers in the region are now rolling in new weapons, ammo types, and modifications. Head to your nearest participating vendor to peruse the merchandise. The Gunrunner's Arsenal now included. Right. Check mailboxes. This one is empty. Because one, I would say, nice feature in this, because you'd have magazines that gave you a... I can't remember what kind of perk it gave now. Oh, there we go. That's the last DLC pack. The Sierra Madre Grand Opening. A bit of radio broadcast inviting us to the grand opening of the Sierra Madre Casino. Dead money's now been loaded. The level cap has been raised by a further 5. That's now 20 extra levels, which I will be taking full advantage of. That's we're always at a running pace, so holding down shift to run, in fact, makes us not. So we shall start by having a chat with the people here at the Prospector Saloon. Open 24 hours. in our next episode. So thank you one and all for joining me on this wondrous wasteland adventure. And I'll catch you all in the next episode. As always, please like, share, subscribe, and all that funky jazz. And I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.